and welcome to your August challenge. So this challenge is our Summer Sculpt. So what we're going to do is we are going to do 3 videos a week. The first one will be using a band, the second one will be using a ball, and the third one will be mat-based only. All of these videos are only 15 minutes long, so you can squeeze them into your day. If you don't have any of my bands yet or of the softballs yet, you can buy them on the members area. So if you jump onto the members area, the bands, they come in 3 different resistances. You get all 3 included in a little bag for £4, and also the ball is available to purchase too. So jump online, or if you have your own bands and your own balls at home, then that's absolutely fine to use those, okay? So the first one today, day 1, we are going to be using the band, and this whole section, this whole exercise class today is standing. So we're not coming down to the floor at all. Okay, use whatever resistance you feel comfortable with. We are going to start with both feet in the bands. You're going to pull the band over the thighs, so it's just above the knees, okay? Feet are hip distance apart. What we'll do is we'll interlace our hands together in front of the chest, keep the elbows nice and soft and the shoulders relaxed. Make sure you're continuously pressing your legs outwards onto the band, but try not to roll your feet. Let's get started. We're going to come into standing squats. So we're going to drop down, take the hips back, knees parallel, and then squeeze the glutes as you stand up. Nice and easy. Let's go again. So we drop the hips back. Make sure the weight is in the heels and not in your toes. Shoulders are relaxed. The chest is lifted. Don't drop your eye line forwards. See that happen a lot in squats. Your back is not the reason you are coming low. The reason you are coming low is because you are bending your knees, okay? So we're pressing the weight back, should be able to wiggle the toes once you're down in a squat, drawing the belly towards the spine to activate the core, which will look after your lower back. Okay, let's come down into our squats. We're going to bounce down there for 1, 2, and 3. We stand up. Let's go again. So we pulse 1, 2, 3, and stand. 1, 2, 3, keep that going. So the reason we're adding the band in for this summer sculpt is because it's going to give you that extra resistance to really sculpt through the legs and the glutes, okay? So when we're using the band, know that it's going to be quite leg heavy. Not always. There are some sections through this challenge where the band will be in the arms as well, okay? And also there will be some core work there too. But predominantly the bands are going to fire up the glutes, okay? Last one. 1, 2, 3. Now come all the way down. Come down into that squat. You step left leg out and in, right leg out and in. Stay low again. So we push out and in. We push out and in. You're pushing with the outside of that leg. Don't turn the knee out. Both knees stay forwards towards me. Your weight is going back, so you should be able to wriggle the toes, and you're still lifting that chest, okay? Try not to straighten those legs at any point. Go as wide as you feel comfortable. We've got 4. Don't go faster than me. We've got 3. Control it. Take your time. We've got 2. And then we've got 1 more. 1. Come all the way up. Nice. Okay, this time, heels come together. Okay, we're going to come down to our squat in a plie. So feet together, my heels are together, pushing the knees out to the side, and then come up, squeeze the bottom. So you press down, squeeze up. Don't push your bottom back necessarily this time. Think about the tailbone coming down towards the ground, and then pull up through those thighs, squeeze your bottom as you come to the top. Knees are going in line with the toes. Spine is tall, long, and lifted. We're breathing out every time we press up. So bending down, exhale, lift. Bending down, exhale, lift. 3 pulses. We go 1, 2, 3. Squeeze and lift. 1, 2, 3. So keep pressing into that band so the knees don't drop towards one another. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Get into that bounce, 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 and lift. We've got 2 more. Okay, so load into those legs. 1 more time. Now see if we can come down and hold. Down into that plie. butterfly pulse your legs. Your legs go back and back. So it's not really a massive movement. You can't see the legs moving that much, but I'm pressing my thighs back and back at the same time, okay? So you're pumping backwards, backwards for 8, 7, bend, 6, lower, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself up, turn the heels so the feet are now parallel again. Join me, come down into the squat position. Weight back, should be able to wiggle your toes. 2 walks to the right, you go 1, 2. Now to the left, you go 1, 2. Let's go again. So step as wide as you can. Keep the bottom going backwards. The weight is in the heels. Spine is lifted. Don't collapse the chest. Legs are not straight at any point. We're staying low into those legs and we're stepping as wide as we can into that band. Okay, so really firing up through the thighs, the glutes, and the back chain of the body where you're keeping the chest lifted. Okay, one more each side, one more. Can you get to the end of your mat? Whew. Depends how long your legs are. Depends what band you're using. Bring yourself all the way up. Let's transfer our weight onto our right leg. Soften the knee, okay? Straight left leg. We're going to lift and tap. Lift and tap. If your balance is really wobbly today, feel free to hold on to something. A wall, a chair, a kitchen worktop, anything. This idea here, the left knee stays facing forwards. Don't rotate the hip. Keep the left leg straight and you're pressing into the outside of that band. Doesn't have to be a huge movement. Simply try and get that leg off the floor. Firing up into both thighs, into the hips on both sides and into those glutes. Supporting leg just as much as the moving leg, okay? 2 more. Can you lift and hold? Stay there, pump it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, yowza, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's change sides. So transfer your weight to your left leg, straighten the right leg. We come up and down. So try not to let the tension build into the upper body. The hands are simply kept out the way, wherever you feel comfortable, okay? We're really focusing into the legs here. Using that breath to get that sculpt, to get that shape into the booty, into the thighs, and to get that strength. You want to build the strength. It's not all about the aesthetic look. It's not all about how your legs are going to look after. It's about the strength. If you're a runner, think of the stride. If you're a sportsman, think of the agility you have on the court. And if you just want to build strength to look after your joints, great, okay? Let's lift and pump, team. We go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful work. Let's take a moment to recover. Take a big breath in. Dive the arms forwards, chin to chest. Allow your body to curve. Standing forward fold. The band's still there. So we're allowing the back to curve over, allowing the knees to bend. Let the head and shoulders fall down here. Take a big slow breath in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. And then slowly peel yourself all the way back up. Reset yourself. We're going to do a similar sequence there, but with a bent leg. So we're going to do standing fire hydrants. Transfer the weight onto your right leg when you're ready. We bend our left knee, so the heel comes to the bum. Now you lift the leg and lower. And you think, oh my goodness, why is that so much harder? Okay, so we don't have the length of that limb to kick it up there, okay? We are simply isolating into the hip and into the glute now. Again, finding your balance, holding on to something if you need to, and keeping that heel coming towards the bottom the whole time. Don't worry, we're not going to do any pumps with a fire hydrant. But we are going to do a hold. Lift that leg and hold. Stay there. Simply stay there and smile for 5, 4, grimace, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Nice. Transfer your weight to the left leg. Bending the right leg now, heel to bottom. We lift and lower. So our fire hydrant standing, holding on to something if you want to. having a cry if you need to. I might start crying. Is that allowed? We're only on day one. We're not allowed to cry on day one. Keep pressing that knee up. Using the core for your balance, working into the obliques, going as high as you feel you can. Lift and hold. Stay there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoosh! This time, slide the band down. It's going to come over your calves or a bit lower down towards the ankles, okay? Give your hips a rub. We're nearly there. We're standing. We're going to do some single leg kicks forwards now. Going to work into the thighs and the hip flexors, okay? So let's transfer our weight to our right leg. Take the left leg slightly in front. Soften through both knees. You breathe out as you lift and tap. Lift and tap. So I'm kicking, you might not be able to see it moving because it's that small a movement, but I'm kicking the left leg up, keeping it as straight as possible with a soft knee. Soft knee, I mean, don't lock the leg out, okay, but don't completely bend it. Somewhere in the middle. Should feel that through the thigh, into the hip flexor. Draw the belly in to help core control. We've got 3. We've got 2, no pulses, no hold. We've got 1. Changing sides. Take the right leg in front. Soften through both knees. We lift and tap. Lift and tap. Okay, so we're lifting that leg and then tapping that foot back down to the floor. So upper body is fully relaxed. Isolating completely into the legs. Don't worry, when you come to the ball workout, I will give your legs a bit of a recovery. Okay, so just persevere for 3 more. 3, for 2, last one, for 1. Beautiful. Okay, take the band off. Shake out those legs. If you need to hold on to something, please do. I'm going to take a quad stretch on the left side. So I'm going to hold the foot, bring the knees together. If you can't grab your foot, use your band. Pop it around your left foot and use that so that you can hold the heel towards the bottom in case you can't reach the leg. Okay, so you've got that band there to help you. Everyone try and keep your hips square and everyone try to keep the knees together. Okay, using something for your balance if you need to, just giving that front of the thigh and the hip flexor time to lengthen out. Bring that leg back round, pop it, take a figure 4 stretch, standing if you can. So I've popped that foot on top of the thigh, pushing the weight back, should be able to wiggle your toes and dropping that knee out to the side. A great standing glute stretch. Okay, so pressing the weight back, keeping the chest lifted and pushing that knee out to the side. Great, let's change sides. So picking up the other foot, using your band, using something to hold on to, whatever you need to use. Try to keep the front of the chest open. So the chest is open, the shoulders are relaxed, the hips having a gorgeous stretch out. And hopefully you felt a bit of fire there on day 1 through the hips and the glutes. So this is one of our monthly challenges that is quite intense, more of a strength challenge than a stretch challenge this time round, shall we say, because obviously you had the nice yoga sequence last month. So keeping it varied, pop that foot on top of the thigh, transfer the weight back, pressing that knee open. Make sure you can wiggle your toes here, opening out through the chest, feeling that gorgeous opener through the hip. Taking a breath, easing into the glutes, into the lower back, finding your balance if you're there. And then slowly bring yourself up. Give those legs a shake out. You've started, and that was the hardest thing to do, so well done. I will see you on day 2, ready and raring to go.